Welcome to the final K7s update from the JED-FOREST Sevens at Riverside Park. The big question, of course, was whether or not Watsonians could get the 3 points they needed with a win against Gala in round 1 of the competition to secure the K7s title. And they did just that with ease, winning 35-5 and joining 7 other teams in the quarter-finals. Melrose defeated Heriots in the quarter-finals to set up a semi-final appearance against Edinburgh Accies, while on the other half of the draw, Watsonians comfortably disposed of the Hearts and Balls charity team to make their way into the semi-final to play JED-FOREST. The Black and Yellows found some resistance from Edinburgh Accies, but not enough to stop them from getting into the final with a 41-14 victory. Now, a week before at the Selkirk Sevens, Jed were 14-0 up on Watsonians at the interval, only to lose the game in the second half. This week they were 10-0 in front at the break, but again the Myresiders clawed back the deficit to take the tie 17-15 thanks to a cheeky Ali Harris conversion off the upright with the last kick of the match. And so to the final, Melrose versus Watsonians, your commentator, Stuart McFarlane.
Final of the JED-FOREST Sevens then, between the top two sides in the King's table. Melrose, captained by Craig Jackson, have the high-scoring Ross McCann in their squad this afternoon, and Bruce Colvin, plenty of experience there, while Watsonians, captained by Ewan Miller, have Rory Steele and Andrew Skeen as part of their 10. Ross McCann up towards the 10-metre line, tackled well, plants the ball back, and Melrose recycle quickly. Colvin on towards Jackson. Passes the ball out there. Gavin Wood has time to judge the bounce of the ball. Watsonians in their maroon jerseys, maroon shorts and socks. Melrose in the traditional yellow and black. Through Colvin again, just outside his own 10-metre line. Little pop pass into Struan Hutchison. Up and over that 10-metre line. Tries to grapple there with McKill. Up towards halfway. Is recycled. Colvin gets another touch. I'll come back to this right-hand side where Ross McCann again is looking to try and break up and into Watsonians territory. Good recycled ball there. Luke Reid takes the ball on. And Melrose looking from this tap penalty to do some damage. Jackson then puts a nice amount of weight on that kick. And the ball bounces it favourably there for McCann. And McCann touches down for the opening try. Very little reaction in the ground here, but a perfectly weighted right-footed kick there from Jackson. He chased, but it was very much measured for McCann, and he's been deadly all season, McCann, from out wide. Jackson, that looks pretty good, and is an excellent start then for Melrose. They lead by 7 points to 0. That's Struan Hutchison back towards Colvin. Colvin out to McCann. McCann now a goose step. McCann works his way to this right-hand side. Reid is not going to be caught. He's forced into the corner. The tracking player was Willie Thompson there, but Reid was happy to plant the ball down in the corner for a second try for Melrose. Watsonians under a bit of pressure. Harris couldn't find any space to chip kick the ball over the initial line of Melrose defence, and they have it once more. Jackson quickly to Colvin. Comes back towards McCann. Flat kick here from McCann. Has to slow up to measure the bounce of the ball. Accelerates away a second time. Great second burst of pace there from McCann. His second try in the final. You see there, he planted the grubber kick through. It was all about the bounce of the ball, and he had to adjust his run. But a second burst of pace there meant there was only one end result, and that was a try, a converted one. And Jackson makes it 19-0 at the break. Quick stab throw in. Was challenged there by Feddo, but comes back on the Melrose side once more. They're forced back towards halfway, but this is a brilliant break here from Jackson. He's able to outpace Andrew Skeen. Jackson goes alone, and Jackson scores a try, which may well be enough to secure the JED title for Melrose. They've had a wonderful end to the King's Series, Melrose. Jackson, tremendous confidence here, and the experienced Melrose player backed himself there. Often plays inside centre. Very accomplished kicker as well, as you can see. Set play here. Matthew Klein rolls the ball in, comes back the way of Harris, on towards Skeen. Steele with the stab kick through. Watsonians with a chance here perhaps to break this Melrose defence. In goes Willie Thompson. May be nothing more than a consolation score. It's been given by the referee Ross Maben, 26-5. Skeen wanting to get on with things quite quickly, and it's just short of the 10. Smile there from Andrew Skeen. He'll be frustrated that didn't quite go the distance. McCann on to Colvin. Colvin now chips a kick over 3 Watsonians defensive players. Oh, he's turned on a sixpence, and Colvin's in for a try. Great solo effort there from the experienced Melrose scrum half. Perfectly weighted kick. Again, the bounce, he was the player that was able to measure the bounce round Ali Harris and touches down for a try. Jackson, plenty of height, great angle. Andrew Skeen takes the ball on, has Rory Steele to his left hand side, but the crossfield kick finds Willie Thompson. Thompson now needs a bit of support. Steele to his left, almost intercepted there by Melrose. The pass back infield, Thompson gets it a second time. Here comes Berg racing up, knocks the ball on, just brushes off his right hand. The referee Ross Maben signalling the knock on, blows for full time. Melrose then victorious, handshakes all round. It's Melrose who lift the JED-FOREST silverware, but the series winners are Watsonians. And they'll lift the King's Trophy for season 17-18. There's the table, those top 2 well clear of the rest.
Well, Bruce, winners of the JED Sevens for the first time since 2014, and well, it was an impressive weekend for you.
Yeah, definitely. The boys stuck in really well through the whole tournament. We had our awards night last night, so we had a few fuzzy heads coming into this, the first tie, but once we got that kind of blown out our system, yeah, we seemed to get better and better as the tournament went on. So it was really good to lift the silverware and finish the season on a real high. And
you got to within, I think, 4 or 5 points of Watsonians at the end of the day, which is extraordinary when you consider the fact that you had 15's involvement for at least half of that.
Yeah, definitely. I think a massive mention has to be made for the young lads, the 17, 18-year-old lads that have come up and they've went down to those tournaments when we've maybe had 15 stuff on and they've collected points just about every time they've been out. So those guys are the real sort of heroes in that sort of respect. And unfortunately, one of them kind of carted off early doors today, which kind of we hope he's all right, and we send our best wishes to him. But no, definitely, it's just one of those things, fixture clashes, whatever else. But when we were able to send full strength teams, we've been able to kind of grind out the results.
And of course, you look forward now. I think that's it for Melrose as such for this season.
Yes,
I suppose. So thank goodness for that for you.
Yeah, so a few weeks getting the feet up, but it's not too long in coming back round to pre-season. Sort of July time we'll be back into it. So no, I think it's a well-earned rest. Some of the boys definitely need a little bit sort of R&R and then back into it hopefully for next year.
And it really is exciting times for the club now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. There's certainly a real buzz about the place. You know, the excitement of the Super 6 stuff coming in, it's a kind of bit of an unknown quantity, but look, Ken, we just take it sort of one thing at a time, and obviously now we've come down today and we've stuck at it, and we've thankfully lifted the trophy in the end.
Quick word about the final then, because you were pretty comprehensive winners, and that try at the end, very cheeky, Bruce.
Yeah, sometimes you just get the bounce of the ball. Andrew Skeen kind of few words to say in the try ball area about that I can't really say on camera, but no, look, Ken, sometimes you get the bounce of the ball and the luck goes your way, and you've just got to take that chance.
I mean, that's basically what he does, isn't it?
Well, exactly. He's a master at it. So no, look, chuffed to get a try in the final and whatnot, but it was more important to get the win.
Yeah, we got Kings. Ultimately, that was the goal. It would have been really nice to finish with a winners' medal here today. A little bit frustrating, but look, fair play to Melrose. They were class today. Really outplayed us. They did well.
And of course, against JED-FOREST, like you did at the Selkirk tournament, they were ahead at the interval. You clawed them back.
Yeah, we said that at half time. We said, look, it's the same place as we were last week, and we won it. So why not do it again? But look, fair play to Jed. They pushed us hard, but we just had enough in the end.
There's a real ethos, isn't it, about sevens rugby at Watsonians?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, I think Dave Harris has been leading it for years. Obviously, Andy Kerr, Mikey Kerr's come on board, Conan as well. They're all just pushing us, and it's everyone wants to be part of it. It's a real big sort of thing at Watsonians. Everyone wants to play. Loads of boys down training, desperate to play sevens, and that's what you need.
And you're back-to-back winners now of the King's title?
Yeah, definitely. So it was that was a big plus as well. It's nice to go back-to-back.
And looking for a hat-trick next year?
Yeah, we'll see.
Will
what
you
happens.
Be involved still? I'm sure you will. You're looking very fit out there.
We'll see what happens. We've still got a little bit left, so we'll give it a shot maybe.
But of course, in 2 years' time, it's the Super 6, which Watsonians are involved in. I don't know what the effects are regarding Kings of the Sevens, but would you have a second team, I suppose?
I don't know what's going to happen. I think everyone's kind of a little bit up in the air as to how that'll pan out. Hopefully, yeah, I'd imagine there'll be boys desperate to play sevens. It's just, I guess it depends who's allowed to play, when they can play, how it works out. But I'd imagine they'll be trying to sort that out over the next few weeks.
Now, you're a big sevens man, of course. I mean, you love your 15s, but it's really sevens for you, isn't it? Former Scottish international sevens player, played for Berwick, Melrose, Watsonians, and other teams as well, I'm sure. But, the Kings of the Sevens for you is, the ultimate, isn't it, in the local area?
Yeah, it's massive. It's a huge circuit. Obviously, you got your 10 tournaments. It's hard week in, week out, and there's that goal at the end of it is to win Kings of the Sevens, and I've been lucky to do it a few times now. But yeah, it's a massive thing in the Borders, and everyone loves it, and we all love it, and everyone buys into it, and you see the atmosphere here today and stuff, and hopefully that can continue.
Now, the K7s, of course, some of the clubs were affected by 15s involvement, etc. Putting on your K7s and your sevens hat, would you like to see 10-team leagues and things like that for the future?
Personally, I'd love it. Get the leagues out of the way, finish them quicker, allow teams to then focus on a bit of sevens. It does so much for players' skills, fitness, everything, and they should be exposed to this. But yeah, it's been a bit frustrating for a lot of teams this year. They've had 15s games going on into the middle of April, and it's been hard to sort of focus and actually for a lot of teams to play any sevens.
Well, you've made the final again today. You've won the big one, K7s. Many congratulations to all at Watsonians.
Thanks again. Cheers, Chip.
Well, that's it for the Kings of the Sevens this season. It all starts up again in the first Saturday in August with the People's Tournament.